It's not on there.
Where's my?
Here's how big it is.
You're bad
I
start.
didn't do it.
Off to a bad start.
One house. We could have waited to carry it on lunch.
Please don't say that. No, a lot of that's just information.
Came in front of my house, one car.
You're laughing.
We're live. Okay. Y'all ready to start? All right, we'll call this meeting of the Young County Commissioners Court to order. Let the record show it is 9:30 a.m. All 5 members of the court are present. We're streaming live. It's on. We're streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and want to make a comment, you may call in at 940-221-2107. If you're able, please stand for invocation and pledges. Commissioner Wiley has the honor.
Let us pray. Father, we come before you today, just want to say thank you, Father, for a new day of mercy and grace. Father, we ask today, Father, that you be with us during the court session, Father. We ask that you give us the mind of Christ, Father, and wisdom, Father, to be able to make good decisions for our community, Father. Father, be with those of the first responders, Father, that's out there today, Father, just watch over them, guide and direct them, Father, and keep them safe. And Father, today, be with those that's lost their loved ones, Father. We just ask, Father, that you just comfort them and give them the peace that only you can give. Father, go with us today. Forgive us where we failed you. We ask all this in your precious name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Jimmy. I think first, we need to acknowledge that we have a new court today. Alan Craig is the new Precinct 3 Commissioner, and this is his first meeting. We thought about getting him a regular name tag, but the children of Alney had a name tag contest, and this was the winning entry. So I think we may keep it. I don't know what y'all think, but I think this is a keeper. So
Thank the children.
welcome to the court.
Thank you for saying that.
I will say since it is a new court, we have a new clerk, Tina, here also. I would ask that maybe this time we use our microphones so that the people on the YouTube channel can hear us, and most importantly, so Tina can hear us, because some of us have been soft speakers in the past. So let's try to use the microphone. All right, let's go to public announcements. Do we have any public announcements today?
We're gonna have our 4-H and FFA stock show coming up out at the arena. So if anybody can get out there and attend that, please do.
Awesome, that's great news. Any other public announcements? Okay, we'll move to the Tax Assessor Collector December Activity Report. It's in your packet. Year to date, so far this year, they've collected $398,000 in that office. This time last year was $373,000. Also in your packet, acknowledge the Tax Assessor Collector's Continuing Education Transcript. Also like to acknowledge and applaud the reappointment of Ms. Cheryl Roberts as our Young County Auditor for a 2-year term. Cheryl, you're doing a great job, and I'm thrilled to be working with you another 2 years.
I appreciate the court's help and everything.
I'd like to acknowledge the receipt of the hotel occupancy tax report, $5,365.05. That's for November 2024 for the Wildcatter Ranch and Resort. The Wildcatter also sent a report for December for $5,041. And the cabin at Salt Fork Ranch sent a hot tax report for $68.85 for November of 2024. And the Old Homestead sent a hot tax report of $28.13, and that was for November of 2024. All right, this is really neat. Adam, Adam Levine, who is our veteran coordinator, won an award from the Texas Veterans Commission for excellence. And this is how they define the Excellence Award. This award focuses on individuals who provide exemplary service to internal and/or external customers, excellent service to the community, ensuring top-notch customer service, and performs at the highest level, provides outstanding service to the Texas Veterans Commission and/or, what's the VCSO?
Veteran County Service Officers.
Veteran County Service Officers, employees, allowing veterans and their families to receive the best services possible. I can state that I have received numerous letters from our veteran community. I've been stopped in the hallway. Adam is doing an incredible job serving people. We pay him for 8 hours a week to do this work, but you probably put 30 hours a week in.
Yes.
And, I mean, he works weekends, he goes to their homes if they can't get here. He has a full-time job with the post office, but he meets people at lunch, he meets people before work, he meets people after work. He's gotten so good that other counties are sending some of their problem cases to him because he's had such great results getting benefits for our veterans. So I am so proud that this award has been awarded to Adam. He got to go to a banquet in Austin for this already, but wanted to present him with his award here in court. Congratulations, Adam.
Thank you, Judge.
This is
Oh, I appreciate
Thank you, man. Proud of yours. Thank you.
it. Again, thank all of you for appointing me just over 2 years ago. I absolutely love what I'm able to do, and I couldn't have done it without any of y'all's support.
Thank you.
Now, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You as well.
All right, if there's nothing else in public comments or announcements, we'll go to the minutes, the county clerk's minutes from our previous meeting that was in December 9th of 2024. Alan, unfortunately, you can't vote on this one, but does anyone have a motion to accept the minutes as presented? We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor? All right, motion passes 4-0.
Thank you.
You're free to vote on anything All right, let's move to item number 5, which is to consider the treasurer's financial report, updates on securities pledge. Treasurer Mountain?
No report.
No report today. We'll move to consider the auditor's budget amendments and vouchers payable. Ms. Roberts?
Kind of a heavy run today. Some of the highlights in the run, we paid the city of Graham their $24,000 fire contract.
Okay.
Paid the net data maintenance, which is $253,261. And also we paid for a motor grader for precinct 3 for $135,038.
Already spending money?
He inherited. So the total voucher run is $517,935.52, and there is Don's butane included.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
So we have a motion from Commissioner Cresswell. We have a second from Commissioner Shook. Are there any other comments or discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0 with Commissioner Wiley abstaining. One thing Cheryl and I have talked about moving forward, and we're gonna do this on a monthly basis, is we're gonna present a new report to the court once a month that's gonna show what our budget amount is, what amount's been spent already, and so we can see what percentage of a budget has been spent up to this point. And it'll be a good, for us to kind of see, when people are maybe getting a little ahead of their budget, and I think it'll be, it was Cheryl's idea, but I think it'll be a great tool for us to, you know, stay on top of it a little bit more. All right, item number 7, consider the extension agent's December report request for reimbursements. Ms. Penny Barron submitted $328.23. Ms. Savannah Williams submitted $2,705.05.
So moved.
We have a motion from Commissioner Wiley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Shook. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 8, acknowledge the oath of office and deputations? That doesn't sound right. How do you say that word? Did I say it right? It just didn't sound right. Suzanne Mays Jacob, she's the Deputy County Treasurer. Tina R. Gillum, the new Young County Clerk. Congratulations, Tina. Cheryl Roberts, our Young County Auditor. Sherry Ashley, the Assistant Auditor. Marcia Sumter, our Assistant Auditor. Stacy Cresswell, re-elected Young County Commissioner, number Precinct 1. Brian Little, our new Young County Constable for Precinct 1. Robert Allen Craig, our new Young County Commissioner for Precinct 3. Kyle Milam, our Treasurer, Young County Treasurer. Christy Centers, our Young County Tax Assessor Collector. Sheriff Robert Travis Babcock. County Attorney Christopher D. Barron. Trinity Rain Padron, our Young County Deputy Clerk. Melissa Jane Dunson, our Young County Deputy Clerk. Caitlin Renee Reed, our Young County Deputy Clerk. D. Hudson Peavy, our Young County District Attorney. Dana Smith, the Deputy Tax Assessor Collector. Holly Hurd, Deputy Tax Assessor Collector. Christy Moore, Deputy Tax Assessor Collector. And Jessica Edwards, Deputy Tax Assessor Collector. I don't think we have to have a vote on this. I think we're just acknowledging that. Is that correct? Okay. We're also going to acknowledge the statement of officers, and so these are the elected officials. We did this on, we did some on January 2nd. We did some others before then. But D. Hudson Peavy, Young County District Attorney. Philip Gregory, Young County District Judge. Stacy Cresswell, Young County Commissioner, Precinct 1. Brian Little, Young County Constable, Precinct 1. Robert Allen Craig, Young County Commissioner, Precinct 3. Kyle Milam, Young County Treasurer. Tina Gillum, Young County Clerk. Christy Centers, Young County Tax Assessor Collector. Robert Travis Babcock, Young County Sheriff. And Christopher Barron, Young County Attorney. All of their statements and pledges will be filed with public record, but we're just acknowledging that that will go into the public record. All right, this will be a voting item. Item number 10, we need to discuss and consider employee bonds. Timmy Lynn Hall, Young County Court Administrator, $5,000. That feels a little light knowing Timmy, but maybe are we under, we have a little, we need more coverage there?
We don't let her touch money.
All right. Tina Gillum, Young County Clerk, $15,000. Kyle Milam, the Young County Treasurer, $5,000. Cheryl C. Roberts, Young County Auditor, $5,000. Christopher D. Barron, Young County Attorney, $2,500. Marcia F. Sumter, Assistant County Auditor, $5,000. James N. Hammond, Fort Belknap Caretaker, County of Young, $5,000. Robert Travis Babcock, Young County Sheriff, $5,000. Robert Allen Craig, Young County Commissioner, Precinct 3, $3,000. Brian T. Little, Young County Constable, Precinct 1, $1,500. Clifton Lawton Blackstock, Young County Constable, Precinct 3, $1,500. Stacy Cresswell, Young County Commissioner, Precinct 1, $3,000. Christy Centers, Young County Tax Assessor Collector, $50,000. She obviously handles a lot of money in that office, that's why it's so high. And then Christina Centers also has a state bond of $100,000. D. Hudson Peavy, the 90th Judicial District Attorney, $5,000. Spencer Key, Young County Community Supervisor in Corrections Department, $5,000. Anaya Rivera, County Attorney Clerk, $5,000, and Caitlin M. Mosley, our Elections Administrator, $5,000. Do we have a motion to approve these multiple employee bonds?
So moved.
We have a motion from Commissioner Wiley. We have a second from Commissioner Craig. Any discussion on the matter? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 11, acknowledge the local government officers' conflict disclosure statements for members of the Commissioners Court. Mr. Shook, Commissioner Precinct 2, filed a conflict with Shook's Paint and Body Shop. Myself, Edwin Graham, Young County Judge, filed a conflict with Sierra Bank. And Jimmy Wiley, Commissioner Precinct 4, filed one with Don's Butane and Roy's Recycling. We just need to acknowledge it. We don't need a motion on that, but it'll go in the public record, and if anyone thinks of any other conflicts that they might have, let us know and we'll get that disclosed. All right. Sheriff Babcock, you're item number 12, discuss the December activity report for the jail and sheriff's office.
Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, how y'all?
Good.
So. Start with patrol. Yeah.
About the least livestock complaints we've had in a long time.
Too cold for the livestock to get out.
You know, Virginia houses is good.
Sorry.
Virginia houses is good.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So brag on you a little bit. Chris Moody, the emergency management coordinator, who's your assistant chief deputy, he was all over that winter storm coming in, was ahead of it, a week ahead of it, getting warming houses lined up, getting kind of emergency plans together, coordinating with all of our police departments, fire departments, volunteer fire departments. He did a great job with that.
I appreciate it.
Luckily, we didn't need any of it, but he was obviously
Never
prepared.
know.
He was prepared.
He responded to me well whenever I needed to get out there and do y'all.
Whenever you came out and laid the salt out.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we deployed the dog 5 times and had no hits. That's good news.
We're still getting practice, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I think a rest is always bad news. So, I mean, it's good and that it was good.
The rest were, down a little bit.
Look at the miles are up dramatically. And this is, I keep all of these, this is one of the 16, that's one of the biggest mileage months you've had.
Well, you know, you call services, you know, call for service calls,
Mhm.
patrolling. I make them, you know, there are other areas in Young County besides North Fork.
Anyone have any questions for the sheriff?
Get a full house?
So, I have something else I'm gonna up to.
Okay.
Let me go through the jail first. I'm sorry, no, we have 80 in the jail.
No, I mean, are your staff, fully staffed?
Oh. I think we still have 1 dispatch left, and I'm pretty sure we're fully staffed other than that.
Good.
Since we're talking about the jail, the sheriff got the go-ahead on Friday that all the paperwork and all the administrative, and It's ridiculous what you have to go through to accept these grants. But we accomplished, were you part of this? Sheriff said that he got the go-ahead that we were set up on the ASAP. And that we're gonna hire 2 additional nurses with this grant. We're gonna purchase a few vehicles. We're gonna purchase some computer equipment to be able to network in, social worker, and the nurses will respond to mental health crisis out in the community, but we've got to go ahead and start moving forward on that. So that's great news. And it was a lot of work on your part, Sheriff.
Is this grant gonna be, funds distributed to us, or are these gonna be reimbursed?
Reimbursement. So we will have to send stuff to them and request reimbursement.
Tyler, part of that team too.
Mhm.
We have a bill,
We should be, she told me that we're bringing some more, so it was either last week or right now, we're right at 20 again.
you let the new sheriff,
No, it sounds like I'm about to.
about to.
That good or bad? Is there
It's on him,
is there a problem?
a little bit.
But, I mean, I'd gotten a heads up that they were gonna be canceling our contract on us, but there's been no indication to you
No.
that that's gonna happen?
No, and I asked the administrator too, she said that she hadn't heard anything.
Okay, well, that's great news.
We wanna keep on going.
All right.
Once we get that one issue worked out.
Oh, it'll work out.
Misunderstanding, I think.
I'm not aware of what this is, so maybe that's a good thing I don't know.
Well, it's just medical stuff.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, no complaints.
Kind of relates with the jail. I had, Helen Farabee reached out to me about their substance abuse and alcohol programs. And did they come see you too? Well,
I just talked to her every chance.
well, they came to talk to me about making referrals out of the court to people, and I assume they come into the jail to work with people.
Which one is this now?
The alcohol and substance abuse.
From Helen Berry?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Will they come into the jail?
That was the impression I was under.
And then, that's kind of what I thought too, and
We
then,
already have enough going over there.
but that has to be voluntary, right? You can't make anybody do that.
Well, we can make it part of, say, in a probation or a sentence or whatever, that be part of their,
Can that be part of it? When you sentence them to jail, that could be part of the
that
sentence?
they have to have.
Mandatory.
A certain amount of hours or days or whatever. on
Okay,
That care.
well, good. I've got somebody I think probably needs that.
So, and what I would suggest is to get with, the district judge, because he's trying to do the same thing.
Okay.
Maybe y'all can work it out to where, because I think that's, in the probation officers, they're the ones who help probation about what we're talking about.
Mhm.
You know, we're gonna do this, let's make it part of their probation.
I know we can do it as part of probation. I didn't know if we could do it part of a jail sentence.
Well, and if you have them in there for like a commit,
Uh-huh.
I don't see why you couldn't do it as a commit either.
I'm gonna research that. That'd be a good thing to do.
Absolutely. And we have it already, that's Celebrate Recovery in there.
Uh-huh.
And that's one reason why we have them, they're in there, because, when we first started talking about doing this, they didn't, didn't want to send anybody up there.
Okay.
And I'm already strapped down as it is, transporting people to and from, for their mental health stuff.
Mhm.
So, and we'll make it happen either way. It'd be easier if they would come up there.
Okay. I'll actually call them after this meeting and ask.
Which I meet with every Friday too, in my office with Becca Starlight too,
Okay.
about, so we just kind of go through the whole week and see if there's anything happening we need to be aware of, and if there's any complaints, try to get them fixed. So,
Any questions for the sheriff?
there's a, if you look on that jail report real quick, it says inmates picked up in other counties in return for outstanding warrants. That's kind of a misleading, that's not 722 people, that's supposed to be 722 miles.
No deal record, 722 people.
So,
Man, he's busy.
I know, right? So, my chief deputy put this in here, and this is gonna be an annual for 2024 for the patrol guys.
Thank you.
Sir?
I'm sorry? Yes, sir.
So this is the whole year?
Yes, sir. Which, thankfully, Kimmy keeps up with all this, and she has input the whole year as well, so be interesting to see how they both compare.
Shocks me that there was only 7 forensic interviews for the year at Virginia's house. You look at all the cases up in the district attorney's office, and only 7 of them with forensic interviews.
Well, and that's just for the county too, so,
Yeah.
but it seemed like it would be, seems like we have.
I guess they
a lot
take,
more.
but they take up some to Abilene, they take some to Fort Worth, you
They
know.
do.
21 drug-related arrests seems low too. I mean, just, they could be higher. That's fascinating, though. Thank you for sharing that.
It is a little bit low to me too.
That's all I have.
All right, anything for the sheriff while we have him here? Appreciate you, Travis.
You're just a little shy of having a cow out every day last
Well,
year. Need 6 more cows.
no, we don't.
Be one a day.
I'm glad we're not talking about buffalo, because when I first moved to my house, my buffalo got out about every other day, and I had sheriffs call me, they were on 380. Not good. All right, so this also relates to you, Sheriff. Item number 13, discuss and consider accepting donations to the sheriff's office. The sheriff received an 85-inch TV for the training room, valued at $593.21. The car club gifted him gift cards of $20, 2 $20 gift cards, so that was $40. And then he got an anonymous gift of gift cards.
I'm not 100% on the amount of those.
Yeah, they just were gift cards. They didn't say what was on it. But do we have a motion to accept these gifts to the sheriff's office?
So moved.
We have a motion for Commissioner Wiley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Craig. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item number 14, ratify a City of Newcastle City Water Tower site agreement between the City of Newcastle and the Young County Rural Volunteer Fire Department. They're leasing the fire department space on their tower, put some repeaters and some communication device. This will help us with the Murray Volunteer Fire Department. They're kind of in no man's land and have trouble communicating with both Graham and with Alning, and this will help in both cases. The contract is in your packet and was signed. It was signed by Newcastle Mayor Dickie Baines and J.D. Bruton, the president of the Young County Rural Fire Department.
And this is a 5-year commitment
Mm-hmm.
and $1,000 a year.
Yeah. And pretty in-depth contract, but I think it's needed. needed. And so, do we have a motion to ratify this contract between City of Newcastle and our Young County Rural Volunteer Fire Department?
So moved.
We have a motion from Commissioner Cresswell and a second from Commissioner Shook. Is there any discussion on this item? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 15, discuss and consider approving the contract with the Alny Economic Development Corporation regarding the Young County's lease of the Alny Annex. Tom Parker is here, the president of the Alny Economic Development Corporation.
Executive Director, President Johnny Moore is
Oh,
also.
sorry.
That's okay, just for the record, get the right people. Contract that we sent, any questions on what's there? There is a market annual increase there, but that in previous discussions, I think we've gone over all of the reasons why that's come up to what would be, it's actually sub case rate or sub market rate for that at this point. But we're just trying to get that to a level that we can continue to improve the building. This is a contract that goes back, actually, Johnny Moore worked on the original one with the county 30 years ago. So the contract that had been in place that this is replacing was over 30 years, and there was really no language or any method of increasing that over the years. Just didn't have a very proactive method in the contract that was there. So it does take a rather sizable jump next year, but that gets it in line where we can, I'll go over what we're doing. We're putting new windows in, central heat and air, there'll be some new flooring, new ceiling in half of the space that you're in the probation side of the house. Has an old drop ceiling that has to be replaced to allow for the HVAC and also to become energy efficient. The other changes to the contract is there is a cap on an annual basis of a 4% increase, and then what we're calling a reckoning period at year 10. Look at if there's been any major increases to anything that we have the opportunity to come back and negotiate on each 10-year period. It is a 30-year lease. It's run up to that length so that these improvements can be prorated and can be amortized so that we can handle those with the rate that we're getting on an annualized basis. So we're basically financing and getting in place all of the improvements necessary to keep you there and keep the people working in a healthy, energy efficient environment.
I'm going to summarize it and correct me if I've got some of this wrong. So the way the contract was set up before was on an annual basis. It was January through December. We're switching it. It's going to be to both City of Alny and to Graham's fiscal year. So it's going to go October to September. It's going to increase. We've been paying $11,250, and that included water from the city. It's going to now be $25,000. We're going to be responsible for our own water. We're responsible for our utilities. There's going to be quite a bit of work done on it to modernize the building and to get it into a safe, comfortable working environment. It has an allowable escalator of 4% per year. It's not defined as 4% per year. It's a maximum of 4% per year.
To be agreed.
And so we'll discuss that will be a discussion between them and us as to what that'll be each year. Both sides, Alny and the county, have a 120-day exit policy with a 120-day notice. Either party can exit this lease agreement.
Did we budget for this though?
We don't have to budget for it because this won't change until October 1. So our next budget.
We held that back.
Yeah.
So that, because we were coming in late to the game as well. This happened with the city. It's been signed over to the EDC. That's how we're able to use our funds to do these improvements and to manage these improvements that are there.
Yeah. And it's defined in here that we're gonna pay our traditional $11,250 for up until September 30th. And then October 1, it'll increase to $25,000. So we'll have to remember Cheryl,
also-
you gotta remind us to up our budget.
One of the things that we really want to do is to be part of that process as you start going through the budget, so that there isn't some major issue. One of the great things about where we're headed and what we're doing and the relationship that we've got with you all here, this is an opportunity for Colony and the county to come together on making something really meaningful about that space, and then the relationship ongoing. So we're looking forward to it. We want to be part of that process.
Y'all wouldn't be in mind ever to sell the property to the county?
We are not in a position at this point to be able to do that because of how the property has come to the OEDC. That is something that could be negotiated with the city, I'm sure, could be discussed.
Another thing, Stacy, it's a big building.
It's a huge
And
building.
they're planning on other things being in that building
Okay.
also.
If I-
We're talking about the annex.
We're talking about the only end.
Yeah, there's space there, with the PD is moving out of its space, that is also part of this. That is not part of the immediate improvements and expansion, but there's discussion of putting, or moving the probation side, but possibly into that side for a safer environment for the folks that are in that part of the service.
Okay.
There's a
Now I
whole
know
second
where
floor.
we're at.
Yeah, there's a,
Huh?
Now I know where we're at.
Yeah, there's a whole second floor
correct.
that could be used, and they've talked about possibly turning those into city offices, and
Also.
I mean, there's all kinds of options for what. It'd be nice to have that. It'll be a true kind of a government
Yes.
building, combination city
Say
county.
we're gonna be responsible for electricity also.
We were
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, we pay that, and that's what, so after October 1st, we pay the water bill.
Right.
Correct.
We got free water. We won't get free water going
So
forward.
we'll get that changed over at the end of
Seems like
September.
a
I'll get to that.
I don't know.
If I put city offices upstairs, we charge them some more.
And there you go. And that's part of that's one of the good things about how this is all working out. Going to the EDC, we can bring other services in. So if DPS wants to come in, there's conversations about them coming in. And we're looking at possibly having other county services that would come over to make it a more meaningful location for the community and the county. So, there's lots of desires to make this thing really work. HVAC starts in February. We had planned on doing, you all know that the west entrance had been encumbered. It was material falling off the building. That's been cleared.
You can go in the front door now
Yeah, now you can use the front door.
without a hard hat.
And yeah, they'll be back. We got hit with this weather that just came through. We were supposed to start the 1st of January. It's been, because we missed that two-week window on them, we actually got moved to March 5th, I believe it is, that they'll be back to start finishing up, working on the facade, the stonework, and that type of thing. Windows get here in February. February 1st, they'll mobilize on installing new windows in the building. Consequently with that, we've got a ceiling that needs to come down and HVAC needs to go in. That's all hopefully being managed during the month of February. So there's a lot of moving parts on this. We wanted to make sure we were good landlords, so we get started early.
So this contract this needs to be executed by Johnny Moore on the Omni Economic Development Corporation side, and I've signed on our side. So do we have a motion to approve this contract with the county?
So moved.
Motion from Commissioner Wiley. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Commissioner Cresswell. Is there any discussion or concerns about this new contract? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Gentlemen,
Thanks,
any
Tom.
questions, call it. Thank you.
Johnny, I assume at some point you'll send me an executed contract to sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as you do,
Or I'll sign it, I'll do that. I'll just send you a contract with me. I'll send you two, and then you can send one back. That way we can have an original too.
okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you all.
All right, item number 16, discuss and consider setting a public hearing to discuss the Safe Streets for All planning process for public transportation infrastructure in Young County with the goal of preventing roadway deaths and serious injury. The proposed public hearing will be set for the next Commissioners Court, January 27th at 10 a.m. So there's a group of us working on a grant application, and it's a pretty detailed process. And so what we're actually working on is a planning grant. So we're working on a grant, hopefully to get some money so that we can hire an engineer to help us actually make the real application. It shows you government ways that you have to go through this dog and pony show to get this grant that they want. But the thought process is that we'd have a public hearing in 2 weeks, have people from the public kind of identify streets, water crossings within the county that we could use this money for. And this grant potentially could be, I mean, I think we're trying to work up to ask for $1 million of money to help improve our road and infrastructure. So, what's the thoughts on having a public hearing? That's a requirement by the Federal Department of Transportation that you have public input. So we need to either, we can do it in Commissioner's Court, or there's other ways to get public input, but what's our thoughts on having a public hearing here in Commissioner's Court in 2 weeks?
I think that's the best way to do it.
That's what it would say.
And then on this grant, can we use that for equipment or just?
No, this is gonna be roads, curves, water crossings, bridges, studies to see kind of, traffic studies and stuff like that.
We're also working with the highway department, so we use it for like lighting,
Mhm.
intersections.
Like the one we did over at Almy?
Yes.
Yeah, Zach Hughes is very involved with this process and is really doing a great job getting us information. I've gotten probably about 60 letters of support put together already that'll be part of this packet. Do we have a motion for a public hearing in 2 weeks?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Commissioner Cresswell, a second from Commissioner Shook. Any discussion on this item? If not, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, item number, what is that? 17, discuss and consider the Texas Association of Counties Health and Employee Benefits Pool Board of Directors Supplement Election Ballot. Is Marcia's recommendation that we go with Mary Horton, who's on the ballot? Okay. So, Marcia, who works with the Texas Association of Counties on this committee, recommends that we vote for the nominated person, which is Mary Horton, who's the Jackson County Treasurer.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion to vote for her. Do we have a second? Second from Mr. Craig. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Remember to do that. All right, item number 18, discuss and consider a new policy for indigent cremations. Currently, the process is if somebody wants an indigent cremation, they fill out an affidavit that it comes to my office, it gets signed off on, and then we pay, I can't remember if it's $1,000 or $1,200, but somewhere in that range, we pay for a cremation, and then the ashes have been will be turned over to the family. I feel like that policy is being taken advantage of by a lot of people. And I've talked to other counties about how they handled it. I researched donating the bodies to science. Harder to do than you would think. Looked at the body farm in San Marcos. But what other counties are doing and having some success with is they'll approve the indigent cremation, and then the ashes get turned over to the county judge. And then if they want the ashes back, then they basically pay for their cremation. Then you can have, if for ashes that don't get claimed, you can, every 2 to 5 years, you can have a pauper burial, which we've got plenty of places we could do that. What are your thoughts on?
What are the percentages that they're coming back and getting ashes though? Is it high or low?
100% is
Really?
what most county judges tell me.
Wow.
100%. You know, we have people that are getting indigent cremations and then doing a $3,000 to $5,000 funeral. You know, I mean, it's. But what are your thoughts on that? I'm comfortable managing that process.
Worth a try.
Yes, for sure. Good job.
Okay, so do we have a motion to change the policy that the ashes would be brought to the county judge and the county judge would then determine what to do with the ashes at that point?
So I'll make that motion.
All right, motion from Commissioner Wiley, do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Shook. Any discussion or concern about this? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. All right, item number 19, discuss and consider ratifying the Constitution and bylaws of the Young County Child Welfare Board, Young County, Texas. I sit on this board as a non-voting member, and they have updated and modernized their bylaws and constitution. And it's very standard. I mean, there's nothing in there that's concerning at all. It's a good group. They meet every month. Good representation through both Almy and Graham on that board. They get a lot of, child welfare, I mean, what is that? What am I, Circular C.
Protective service.
Protective service, yeah, I mean, they have all the other people like that are sitting on there they've changed all the names of these groups. But it's a good group, and they're doing a lot of good for the community. But, we need, or they're asking us to ratify the Constitution and bylaws. Do we have a motion to do so?
Make a motion.
We have a motion from Commissioner Shook. Do we have a second? Second from Commissioner Craig. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. All right, item number 20, discuss and consider the application permit to cross the county road to construct a pipeline of utility on the Lower Tonk Valley Road from Fort Belknap Water Supply Corporation. Which one of y'all was it? Was this yours?
I go ahead and say we accept this, and I'll make the motion to. They're putting water lines across right past the cattle guard there on the dirt part of the road, so.
All right, we have a motion from Commissioner Cresswell. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Commissioner Wiley. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Let's take a 5-minute break. All right, we'll take a little, it is 10:10, and we'll take a small recess.
They've had so many weeks down that road.
Good call.
That's what he was calling me.
Yeah, about an hour is really the limit.
Yeah, especially after everything that's been happening.
And then bylaws, do we have
They are. Can't get it out. Can't get out, I'll come to you. Thank you. Since I came to you, we're right there.
And that's part of it.
I read it on the book.
Yes.
Everyone has to sign it.
It actually went
But no advance payment, no.
It doesn't impact
Until this weekend.
Yeah, the same manufacturer that's been in place 15 years stays in place until the October fiscal year.
How you doing, brother?
It's a 30-year
Discussion.
There is an escalator in there that the county, the EDC will review and determine any increase necessary. It's not automatic. And it is capped at 4%.
The facade.
The facade part. The windows are, they're all, they're gonna be delivered. That schedule has not changed. They're doing the ceiling and the finished concrete work. The facade. And that's weather dependent. I mean, if it's 20 degrees, you can't do that. Yes.
I didn't remember ordering it. Yeah, and it could be to drop down.
We may, at some point, we may see if we can obtain financing to offset this out-of-pocket stuff. At this point, it's out-of-pocket.
So you're basically explaining
Yeah, their annual lease payment helps us, especially through the finance, help advertise.
Okay.
I asked him about that. I went into it, so that's the buffer. You'll thank me later. Yeah. I think I do. Thank you.
The HVAC, the windows.
After the first.
We're moving forward.
All that.
Yeah. The windows are not there. We hope that they will deliver the first week or so in February. And then we'll store those around.
Yes.
Till the crews can get here.
Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but at least it's usable.
Yeah, during the time frame.
Yeah, well,
Let's say, when you're watching all the windows, even if the weather. We don't know when it's actually, the windows will start this day. They're not delivered. We gotta get them and then they go.
Yeah, yeah. Was it a 24?
Doing the HVAC. We're still deciding what we're doing there, so no, we don't have to keep money.
We'll make sure, because I wanted to pay. All right.
There is a switching point there too, you know, like here they switched over to the
When I sent it, how did that sound?
Well,
What did you guys decide?
we didn't decide it. We're just basically brainstorming.
Yeah.
There may be
There was no action taken. We're bringing up these topics as we may want to pursue these, we may want to pursue those. We're going to stand on the existing stuff, that's what the discussion here. But there was no action. Well, all of that's in discussion. We don't, for some of that, large parts of those. We can't physically do it. We may go back to the council and say, here's what we come up with as a plan. Here's what we'll submit to you. We're not able to do that.
Honestly, because that's Westmont, and you get good traction in Westmont. It's when there's more drains down the water. Yeah.
Well, I was on 380 West.
I mean, Tom would be better equipped with the board guy, but we were just on to any and all inquiries. Tom's had calmed down a lot with different people, especially
You fed all
the
this.
state
Put a bale of hay on it, of course,
the
that's
state level, even the federal level, USDA, all these agencies, if something comes up, we're gonna.
That's the issue with my truck.
As far as, we're gonna get the car, and we're gonna go.
Totes, yeah, because it's food, lights, candy gear, like that. Bombing tools.
First one.
Nobody this down, I won't.
I'll get some next time. I just gotta get the record of the big
All right.
I can't do medallion. What happened?
Yeah.
Things are backwards in life now.
How are you?
Good. So, listening.
Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, we have a couple of phone numbers.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be the only one that's leasing, that would be one thing, but if there's gonna be other people, we don't want to. But,
Probation comes into what is the current, that's gonna happen. That's right. But that would free up some space for DPS or whoever else wants to try to do that. You get some overlap with sheriff's office and DPS.
but, I mean, if we just, if it was something we might just buy over.
No, I don't.
That would be more of a common sense.
I'll send you 2 copies.
But in 10 years, it would
send me back one.
So I made a question, and
I would send it to him.
right now, we don't want to.
Well, can we trust him? We don't know if we can trust him yet.
Yeah, we pretty much know.
You should be cautious.
So it's,
You've been warned.
well, we're just basically facilitating the finance of what they're gonna do.
Doctor's appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's repair.
So next Tuesday, you got, or next meeting, you got a 10 o'clock meeting?
Tomorrow, right?
No, next Tuesday.
Oh, it's not till next Tuesday?
It'll be Commissioner's Court meeting, the next Commissioner's Court meeting.
For the safe streets? We did that every.
Oh, you're talking about just our meeting?
Yes. Walking by.
Oh, what time's the meeting? 2 o'clock. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, is that tomorrow?
I thought it was the second Tuesday.
Third, she said it's just shooting. There's a pitch issue.
Second Tuesday of every month.
There shouldn't be an edge along the
Nobody knows what it says. That's how it shows up.
This week's.
This will be a good one.
Hopefully, go stand over there so I can get a picture of you talking to the commissioners.
That school you're going to in February.
much more for you.
Just stand there. I want to get a picture of them talking to you.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm gonna have
Second Wednesday of the month
Hi, Thomas. How's it going?
or I can sign, I can sign 2 after this meeting, or we can take it back and it goes.
on the website.
Okay.
Agendas posted ahead of
When do you get Thursday? Oh, yeah, Thursday, I'll be here, let me just see if it's morning or afternoon.
Apologize, but
Yeah, Thursday, I'm almost always here. Oh, no, Thursday's North Day. Are you wanting North Day?
I'll bring him.
You know what? You may come pick you up. I'll pick you up for North Day. Hey, I have to go early for the cross planes. I have to be there at 10, so.
That's okay, because I want to talk to you. He's supposed to do that.
transmit apologies for missing.
Solid waste.
Okay.
deal. I want to talk to him about that.
Okay, well, I'll coordinate with you, but I think I have to be there at 10. So I'll pick you up a little bit before you. Wait, how long is it from there? 45 minutes?
45 minutes.
All right, I'll pick you up at 9. That way we can get here before.
I'll see you Monday.
All right, Thursday, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Where do we pick you up? Just text me where you're.
Just like we have.
I usually am.
But there would be nothing
Did you get your
afterwards.
photos?
I did, so much. Okay, really quickly. Ran off, but.
Oh, he'll be here.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, I was listening about.
Careful, see you guys later. How you doing?
Thank y'all.
Yeah. So we got to.
Because I do subscribe, you have a great publication.
We're starting to send like that. But I know. Ask you something. Oh, these are Thursday, week of tomorrow. Okay. We have a clerk back? Okay.
Did you get that email from there a while ago?
We couldn't even spend the money.
But then the people.
It's gonna be like one that we can go straight for.
To go to like, on. Okay, so it'll be. And then you'll have to write that.
I don't know what's going on, I'm not getting, it doesn't even show us, anything in my sandbox. I don't know, ever since I redid this bill, I haven't tried to see. Forward it to, include all attachments. Commissioner, recent forward, youngcounty.org.
Yeah, I just know a lot of people that take care of my wife. You see the free car washes?
Oh, they had free car watches? So it's operational now? All right, let's call back to order. It's 10:33. We're back with item number 21.
You got the minutes?
It's telling me it's written by the server.
All right, discuss and consider the Young County Commissioners Court order setting the terms of the court for the civil, criminal, and probate matters for 2025. What we've done is we've followed what we've done for years past. I'm not sure why we do this, but we have to set up terms. We have to set up 4 terms for our court system. Term 1 is February, March, and April. Term 2 is May, June, and July. Term 3 is August, September, October. And term 4 is November, December, January. This is consistent with how we've done it in years past. Thoughts?
So moved.
We have a motion from Commissioner Wiley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Cresswell. Any discussion or concerns or questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 22, ratify a contract for a 2024 Kubota tractor with First National Bank. Commissioner Shook?
Yeah, we took possession of this tractor at the end of November, but with the holidays, just different situations, we've just taken a minute to get this all ratified, but Cheryl sent the contract, it's signed, it's delivered, and we should be final on it now.
We won't have a payment till FY '26.
Are you making a motion?
I make a motion.
All right, Commissioner Shook has made a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll give him a second.
Thank you, Commissioner Cresswell. That is kind and giving of you. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 23, discuss and consider naming the Young County Historical Commission to serve a 2-year term beginning January 2025. This comes under Local Government Code 318. And what it states is the Commissioners Court of a county may appoint a county historical commission for the purpose of initiating and conducting programs suggested by the Commissioners Court and the Texas Historical Commission for the preservation of the county's historic cultural resources. And it further states that the commission must be composed of at least 7 residents of the county. Members of the commission must be individuals who broadly reflect age, ethnic, and geographic diversity of the county, and that the members of the commission shall be appointed during the month of January of odd number of years and are appointed for a term of 2 years. Chair Bullock came and spoke to us at the end of December and admitted that we've had a strained relationship with the Historical Commission. Asked for some ideas on how to improve it. There wasn't a lot of ideas on how to improve that relationship. With that in mind, I'm inclined to go in a different direction, and I would suggest a Young County Historical Commission of Jim Hammond of Newcastle, who would serve as chair, Robert Stewart of Alney, Kim Ligon of Loving, Brady Atwood of South Bend, Texas, Chance Condren of Graham, Chad Edgington of Alney, and Carter Pettit of Graham to be our 7-member historical commission. Any thoughts? I'll make a motion that we appoint those 7 people as the members of the historical commission. Do we have a second? Second. We have a second from Commissioner Craig. Any discussion or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Item number 24, discuss and consider the burn ban, burn restrictions. Ideally, or ironically, today is the day that the last time we put a burn ban would have expired. But is there any need for a burn ban?
Not this time.
No action. Item number 25, adjourn or recess. Mr. Craig, would you, on your first meeting, like to make a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I will second.
Second from Commissioner Cresswell. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. We are adjourned.
Excuse me,
Yes, sir.
there are past members of the commission that have personal items inside the jail. We have noticed the locks have been changed. We tried to enter this past week. We have no notice.
Yeah, we can make
I think the board
arrangements.
is extremely hostile to the current commission, obviously, so.
Well, we'll
And
make arrangements for you to
I
get
really
in there
have an
whenever you
issue
need to.
with the disrespect that you have for this group and all the hard work that they've done.
Well, I thank you for letting us know that.
I thank you too.
So will we reach out to you to be able to?
Yeah, yes, we'll figure out, we'll find a time that we'll get it unlocked and get whatever you need out of it.
I'm guessing.